Okay. Is this not working? Something's not right here.
Yeah, you're definitely live.
Yeah, but it's not showing me the right thing here.
Let's have a look.
All right, I don't know. You're right, because it's not showing me the right YouTube page here. All right, well, while I try to figure that out, hello everybody, and welcome to, because it's recording somewhere, right? Hello and welcome to Scrubbish Chat, Season 2, Episode 1, as we're dealing with technical issues tonight, because we're using new software for the first time, so bear with me. Well, I am. Jamie's not, but I am. Bear with me as I get it figured out here. We're hoping this is recording. Wait, here it says. View on YouTube. I gotta click that. Now it should show me. All right.
I found it, Lee. If I send you the link on the inside chat, you'll be able to post it.
I think I just found it. Just give me a sec. All right.
You got a 10.
Yeah, it was on the 84 subscribers channel.
Yeah, that's weird. Why did I do that? All right. Well, guys, as we get that figured out, I'm gonna let. I'm gonna let Jamie and Bear introduce themselves one by one, and tell them where they can find you, your websites, your Facebook groups, all that stuff that you want to share. Starting with Jamie.
Go on, Bear. You can go first, mate.
Am I supposed to start or what?
Yeah.
Okay, Bear can start then. I don't care. Either one, whichever.
I'll go first.
Did Bear leave?
I think he's still there.
No, looks like Bear's left.
No, he's still there. Oh, wait, hang on. Somehow there he is.
Have any wood? I got to order some wood. I ordered some wood from Oak Ridge Hardwoods the other day, and I got to wait for that to come, and then I can get back to scroll and work on some project orders I got. I got to make stuff for people.
How do I get this thing to show just him? Like, there it goes. All right, we're back now. All right.
There should be a little icon on their top left-hand corner of their picture in the just under the page.
Solo layout. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, Bear. Try that again. I'm gonna put you on solo layout.
All right.
All right.
Okay, I'm Gohr. I go by Bear though, as it says on my name thing there. I've been scrolling for about 3 years. I started when I was 15, almost 16. I'm 19 now, so I'm a lot younger than most scrollers. And I have Facebook. It's Bear Gohr, Gohr, and I have a Facebook page called Bear's Woodwork. And I'm in a bunch of scroll song groups. If you're in any scroll song groups, I'm probably in there. And I haven't scrolled in a little bit. I wait till my wood that I ordered from Oak Ridge Hardwoods to get here, and then finish some project orders I got, and then work on whatever else needs to be done. So that. What now?
All right.
Is
he done now? I can't.
Yeah, right, Nate. You click on the same button that you clicked on before. There you go.
Yep. And now we'll go over to Jamie. Sorry,
Right.
guys. Bear with me. I'm doing new technology tonight for me.
That's all right. I'm
I got
kind of
the
used to
YouTube
this.
page working now. All right, we're good.
So I've been doing scroll saw work for maybe 5-6 years, maybe. I'm not going to say I'm old, but I'm about 37. So you can find my my YouTube channel is JP Woodwork. I'm over on Instagram at JP_Woodwork. You can find me at the Makers International Podcast. My website is jp-woodwork.com. The podcast website is makersinternationalpodcast.com. I also run a scroll saw Facebook group called Team Scroll Saw. It's a group that's very, very lenient. Kind of the only only rules over on the group is no bullying and no talks of politics, things like anything that's going to rile any arguments. If you wish to sell your patterns, sell your finished products, give away free patterns, give away free products, entirely up to you. Very, very lenient over there. So it's run by Julian Martinez and myself. So yeah, that's basically where you can find all my stuff. I'm primarily known for doing intricate scroll saw designs, mainly Charles Deering stuff. So that's it.
Sounds good.
Well,
How do I put this thing? Okay. Back on 3. There we go. Getting used to the layouts. Okay, that's not 3. Which one's 3 again?
What one's 3?
This one's. All right.
result.
That's it. That'll do. That's the one.
That one. All right. So it's 3 over. Okay. I got it. All right, guys. All right. Welcome in to everybody. I can kind of see who's in the chat now because I think the chat's working inside here now. I can see it.
Yeah.
That's different. I have to get used to that because Hangouts didn't do that. I always had to pop the chat out. So this is kind of nice. This is a nice new feature for me. Now I don't have to do that stupid pop-out chat. I can actually see what's going on. So, all right, guys. Well, we haven't had a Scrollers chat since last season, about 9 months ago. This show is basically, we're just going to kind of see what everyone wanted to talk about, but we only really see one person in the chat right now. So that's Jeff. So hello, Jeff Robinson. I see you over there.
Yeah.
Yo, Jeff. He's the only one in there. We should just have him on the panel. No. So anyway, you guys, trying to think of everything that for tonight. I wanted to tell you guys really quick. You guys know that I run Scroller's Choice magazine. I'm gonna try to put my screen up here if I can figure out how to do it.
It's all up there. You're the only one.
Yeah. You guys know I run Scroller's Choice magazine. However, this is the last year for the print. So this was 2017. So now we're all PDF, and we don't even send out the back issues anymore because we've gone totally PDF. So the Scroller's Choice website is Scroller's Choice MAG, short for mag, .wix, WIX, site.com/home. You go there. Actually, I'll zoom in as close as I can. Let's see. If you guys want to screenshot that, you can see the site. If you go there and you go to our page there, you can go to buy back issues at the top of the page. That'll take you over to the page where you can buy all the back issues. They're all in PDF form. They go all the way back to 2005 now. Basically, you buy them. I'll get a notice that you purchased them, and then it's through PayPal. So I've got they'll send me a notice that someone purchased it, and then what'll happen is you'll either get an email from me It has download instructions, but basically you can download them straight from the site now by going to customer downloads. And then there's a certain passwords that you have to get from me. Once you download them, I'll send you the passwords. Once you pay for them, I'll send you all the passwords. But they go back to 2005 now, and that's the first print year. So it goes from 2005 all the way up to 2019, and that would be the most recent would be summer, and it's about to have winter on there. And we're now 3 issues a year instead of 4. So we come out spring, summer, and fall. And fall and holiday are together now, so that's why there's only 3 instead of 4. So fall's always fall/holiday. If you guys want to submit anything, be it an article or patterns, we're always looking for new designers and new writers. So we're always willing to put stuff in there. So all you got to do is submit it to us through our website. There's a button on there that says submit a pattern or idea, or submit a theme. I think it says if you use the submit a theme, even though you're not technically submitting a theme, if you use the theme button, you can use that form for that. So just fill that out, and I'll get that to you. It goes right to my email, so I'll see it. But if anybody's interested in being a writer for us or submitting patterns or anything like that, let me know, because we're always looking for new designers. How we do things is it's all volunteer, but what we do is we link at the bottom. We put your profile picture, and then we put your name, where you're from, and then basically, this person's a scroll sign designer, a little bit about you, and then if you have a website, we link your website right at the bottom of that page, so that everyone has your website that they can go and get more of your patterns. So basically, it gives you good exposure, and also anybody that's in the magazine, you'll get a copy of the magazines that your pattern is in for free. So that's another perk to that. All right, Jeff's already in his PJs, he said, so he can't come on the board or on the panel tonight. So, okay then. Why did I say board? I'm thinking saw, Bear. Oh, yeah. I see Bear and I'm thinking it's the board. No, God, no. Wrong one. That's funny. Anyway, so yeah, that's our magazine. Again,
Take a shower.
anyway, our magazine, once again, it's Scroller's Choice, mag.wixsite.com/home. It's right there. You guys want to screenshot that one more time? You can go there and you can check out all the issues. These are all the covers right here. You can see there's a bunch of covers, a bunch of different stuff. There's a troops issue in here for support our troops. There's a firefighter paramedic issue. There's a bunch of holidays in there now because there's probably about 4 holidays. But there's the support our troops in there too now. So that's all for sale there, Gene. All of those are PDF now. So one other thing I wanted to share with you guys, if you go to my website, which is Wooden Wonders Workshop, .wixsite.com. I'm actually going to probably pull that page up and show you guys. But if you go over to my website, I have these available over there for purchase. This is actually the car patterns for the scroll saw. And this is 72 patterns. They're all listed here on the back of the case. And there's a few on there. But there's 72 patterns on here. As you can see, it's all listed down the list here. And then this is actually a thumb disc. You guys can see it's actually got the cover on it, so you know what it is. It's got all of these patterns on it, all these cars. If you go to my website, I have it for sale over there. There's a page up there that's, I'll show you guys in a little bit, but there's a page up there that says buy CDs and DVDs, etc. That's where you find this. So that's that one. I also have everything in CD format. So this one here, oops, the cover just came out. This one here is the vehicle intarsia patterns. There's 3 on here. My fire pumper, the 31 Ford, and then these patriotic semi. And those are my intarsia patterns. And this is what the CD looks like, so you can tell when you open it right away. Or I can go this way. That it's all right there, listed on there. And then this is my website, my logo, so you guys know that it's for me. This is one of my newer CDs. This is the wildlife CD. This has 11 wildlife CDs on or patterns on it. It's got the 3 Bengal tigers, golden retriever puppy holding a basket, dolphins, a lion pattern, 2 of my hawk patterns, and then my patriotic eagle. Some of them are listed right here on the back, so you guys can take a look. Most of them are right here. And then you guys can take a look here. And if you're interested, that's for sale over my website too. Also, you can pick it up at pswoodmachines.com. They're selling them for me too. I think Bear dropped out. Jamie.
Yes, mate.
I think Bear dropped out. He's not here anymore.
Oh,
so
okay.
Maybe he'll find his way back.
We've got Julian Martinez out in the chat. That's kind of my co-group runner.
Hey, Julie.
So I don't know if you want to try and get him in here.
Is that the 5x30 workshop?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he does a lot of scroll saw work.
You got the link for the panel?
No, I should be able to send it though. I'll just send him the link that you sent me.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, and then he can come in. All right. Yeah. So that's the wildlife CD. These are all available for purchase over at PS Wood Machines too, just so you guys know. It's pswoodmachines.com. And then this is my police car CD. So you guys can see it's all these cars, plus there's one more car which isn't on the cover, and that's a Lamborghini. It's actually right there on the CD. It says Polizia on it, so it's an Italian police car. And then this one here is the 3 intarsia patterns, but this one is actually, instead of a CD, it's on a USB drive instead. And then the last one I got, which is one of my newer ones, is my religious one. You guys can see there's Jesus crucified on the front. And then this has over 100 patterns on it. And you can see it has, on the corner here, it has 2 crosses listed. Those crosses, the one on the top is for occupational crosses. So it has a firefighter, police officer, teacher, semi-truck driver, there's doctor, nurse, there's just several occupational ones. And then the bottom one, obviously, you can see it's the military one. You can see that's the Marine one that I made. He's saluting the Marine logo. All the military crosses are on here too. And there's a bunch of those. So if you guys are looking for military crosses, it's on this CD. And then this also has 75 of my original Christmas designs, which you can see up top there. It just has the Old Holy Night project, all my snowflakes and ornaments. Pretty much all of them are on here, and there's about 75 of them on here. And then you can see right there, you can see Jesus crucified. And next one, that's one of my newest religious patterns that I made. Right there, the Jesus, and then it's supposed to be Mary. And I think Mary, and I can't remember the other lady's name that was there at the crucifixion, but one's Mary and the other one's probably the other Mary, I think. But that's supposed to be Jesus crucified too. It's just another design look on it. I like how it's round and all that, so I just made that one more recently. But if you look at the bottom of this, it actually has my website right there. So it's Wooden Wonders Actually, it's not Wooden Wonders. It's Wooden Wonder. WON or OODEN Wooden, and then Wonder, not Wonders, Workshop.com. Or I'm sorry, Wooden Wonder Workshop.wixsite.com/home. Don't forget the /home because then you'll go to the website. But you guys can see it's actually called Wooden Wonders Workshop, but there's no S down here. It's just Wooden Wonder Workshop. So you guys can go there. That's my website. It has all my patterns and stuff for sale. You guys can check that out if you want, anytime you want. And I see that you invited Julian in, so I'll add him in here on the stream. Hello, Julian.
Hey, Lee. How's it going, man? Thank you.
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Hey, Jamie. How's it going, buddy?
How you doing, mate? You all right?
Doing all right. Yeah, man. Doing all right. I running real low on scroll saw blades right now. I got to order some today. I haven't ordered them yet. I broke a couple yesterday doing the video, which I haven't released a video in 2 weeks. So
what kind of blades are you gonna use?
The ones I've been using lately are the Pegasus Super Skip Tooth. The ones I've been using are number 3s. And I got them as Sterling Davis gave me a pack just to try them out. He also gave me a pair of double-aught Super Skip Tooth. And yesterday was the first time I tried using them, and I broke 2 blades pretty quickly. I got a couple good. I got some lines done. Went to go do another line, and all of a sudden just snapped right in half. So I got to get used to those smaller blades. They're extremely small. I think I got to loosen up the tension a little bit. But I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get the. I was talking to him, and I talked to some other people. I'm gonna get the Pegasus, the modern geometry ones. There's a pack out there that you can get that's like a sample pack that you can get 4 dozens. It's got I think a 1, a 3, a 5, and a 7, and those are the ones that I use mostly. So I'm gonna go for that pack instead of getting the one that has like 7 dozen in it. So we'll see. We'll see how it works.
There you go.
Sounds good.
Yeah. What kind of blades do you use, Lee?
I use PS wood machines, super sharps.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go for the Pegasus normally as well.
Can you guys can get Pegasus over there in the UK, right, Jamie?
Yeah.
Which blades do you end up using? Like what style on the Pegasus blades?
Do you know what? I normally just stick to the normal. Normally, I stick to the. Kind of depends what I'm doing. If I'm doing like a big pattern, like for example, a Charles Deering pattern, I'll go for the spirals, obviously, because I can do a big piece then on a small scroll saw. But flat blades, I normally just stick to the reverse tooth, reverse skip tooth, depending on the wood as well.
Yeah, so, that's one thing. Like, you know me, Lee. I'm sorry, I don't know if you know, but I'm actually putting out I've got a couple series out so far of scroll saw for beginners, and like to kind of get people in, because you know how intimidating it is at first, or how frustrating, I should say, not intimidating, and frustrating it is for scroll sawers when they start. So I'm putting those out there, and that's one of the things that I'm worried about, is talking about blades, because there's so many different types of blades that you can use, and why you use different blades for different materials or different patterns. So I know that's one of the things I'm really worried about, Jamie. I don't want to tackle that on yet.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that that you say about the scroll saw being intimidating, and it kind of comes back to a story that from Maker Central over here in 2017, 2018. The first one, for example. Now, Richard Morley's other half, Kat, she's very, very intimidated by the scroll saw. And Richard was saying to me that she can go and use the bandsaw, and she goes to it, no problem, and she does all her cuts, no problem. And she goes to the scroll saw, and she holds the wood, and it's almost as if she thinks it's going to bite her. Do you know what I mean?
I do.
It's that intimidation. And it's with the bandsaw. The bandsaw is one continuous blade going all the way around.
Yeah.
But with the scroll saw, you've got that blade going constantly. So it's the vibration of the blade, right? So I sat her down. And I was like, "Kat, this blade is not going to cut you." So I sat down in front of her, and I was sat there, turned the blade on, and I said to the woman at Maker Central that was running all the scroll saws, and I took off all of the blade guards, right? And I sat there, turned it on, and I started shooting the blade. I said, "Look, it's not going to hurt you unless you really wanted it to." And after that, she sat down, she relaxed, and now she's obviously Team Scroll Saw.
Yeah, she does really good stuff. But I have a similar story. A friend of mine that I've known her for, I think, because she came over like 2-3 weeks ago. It's the first time I've seen her in like a couple of years, but I've known her for, I think we said almost 18 years, 15 to 18 years. And she does a lot of children's wooden toys. And when she first started getting into it, she asked me, she goes, "What can I do to make these tight turns?" Because she was doing like this rainbow.
Yeah.
So it has to fit perfectly, and it's almost like a puzzle piece. So she asked me what I would use. I was like, a scroll saw would be perfect for it. She goes, "Okay." And like when she came over, she still sits there and tells me she's still scared of the scroll saw. She uses a bandsaw, and I'm like, "Why are you afraid of the scroll saw?" And she was like, "It's the blade breaking." I'm like, "Really? The blade breaking scares you of everything?" I was like, "A bandsaw blade breaks, and it's a lot louder. It's a lot scarier than the scroll saw blade." So she brought over a piece of poplar. She's like, she goes, "I want to see you cut this. I want to see how you do it." So it's a piece of poplar, a 3/4 inch poplar from Home Depot, from our orange store here. So she has a pattern that she made. She put it out there, just traced all the lines real quick and did it that way. I sat there, cut it out, didn't have any issues. Yeah, I got off the line a little bit. It's a little hard to make sure you're doing it, especially at 3/4. And it took longer than what she would have done on the bandsaw, but she was like, "I don't know how you do it with a scroll saw versus a bandsaw." I'm like, it's like, you just got to have patience. It's like, I even put my finger up to it. I was like, "Look, nothing at all." I was like, "It's fine." So
yeah. Have you got any interesting stories, Lee, about being scared of the scroll saw, or
have you ever cut yourself on a scroll saw, Lee?
That's a good question.
No, I've never cut myself on the scroll saw. I did cut myself on a sander pretty good though.
Actually, I got myself on a sander.
I've actually known some Cole's cut himself on a sander before as well.
Actually,
it seems that every tool Cole cuts himself on.
Nah, it doesn't surprise me. I gotta say, I like that beard though. That's funny though, because I don't know if you're aware, but Jamie and I have started a Facebook group called Team Scroll Saw. And you have 3 questions, and one of the questions, the last question is, "Have you ever cut yourself on the scroll saw?" And it's actually kind of funny to see how many people actually say yes to it. I'm like,
even if I did, I wouldn't admit to it.
Oh, remember there was that one time where I almost did, where I was like, "Ooh, that got a little close," so I pulled myself away from it.
Yeah.
But
so, yeah. Anyway, I don't think you've given a new. I don't think you've plugged your stuff anywhere yet, Julian. Anyway.
Oh, I'm Julian with 5x30 Workshop. You can find me on Instagram at 5x30 Workshop on Instagram, and the exact same thing for YouTube, 5x30 Workshop. Yep, that's pretty much it. I don't have a Facebook page yet. Website is down right now. Didn't really do much to it, so that's pretty much it. You can find me throughout the groups as Julian. Oh, look, there's my logo right there. Oh, wait, wrong side. Sorry. Logo and everything. So
Logo and everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to go out there and do some scroll saw work today. Like I said, I've got the piece that I did yesterday over there. It's I tried filming episode 4. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or reshoot it. Episode 3, I've still got to edit. Episode 3 is going to be about like kind of cut order, what order you should be cutting. Like, I guess, I don't know, what is it considered? Not fret work. Would it be considered fret work, I guess? Like a Charles Deering pattern. Would that be fret work?
I'd say that's considered fret work because it's quite fine, intricate. Yeah,
so my thing is on fret work, kind of like what order you should go in or what you should look for. And I say specifically in the video, this is the way I would do it. And this is what you want to look for. You can do it your own way. You can choose your own patterns, but it's a little bit easier to do it this way. So that's episode 3. Episode 4 was me actually going in. Like I show me cutting a pattern. But episode 4 is me actually getting into the juicy stuff and cutting. But I think what I'm going to do, instead of actually cutting a pattern out, I think I'm just going to go with a basic straight line, diagonal line, curved line, and all that kind of stuff, and then go and talk about different ways of going about doing it. Because there's multiple ways of going into a cut, depending on if it's an outside cut, inside cut, and whatnot. The more leniency ways you can do it, and how to get those nice crisp corners. So I think the way I did it yesterday, I don't know. I had to look at the footage and see if I can actually work with it, I guess, before I redo it.
So Jeff Robinson just made a comment out in the chat. He said he was cutting 5/16 thick aluminium on his scroll saw to make a hollowing jig, right? So have you ever cut anything like metal? So I know Sterling released a video cutting coins and things like that. So what's
I've cut some metal to like make metal ornaments, but I've never actually cut coins. I have a book on it with how to make the jig and everything.
Yeah, I've got a jig for quarters. I think it is. I've got.
Yeah, that's what it should be. Quarters.
Yeah. So that's the one I picked up on. I need to look into getting some patterns for the coins because I've got some metal cutting blades. Never cutting in metal.
I've got the book. There's a metal cutting book, and it's got the patterns in it. So
I have to
remind me.
Yeah.
Remind me, and I'll look and see what it is for you.
Yeah, I have to have a look for that because I'll get a few Americans every time they come over to bring me like a few like maybe $20 or so worth of quarters.
I do want to cut metal though. Like I want to be able to cut the coins like Sterling did. I know a buddy of mine is actually in one of the podcasts that I'm in. What does he go by? Red Devil. Oh, you know him. Jeremy. He's actually literally cut, like he goes out and gets metal where he cuts out like aluminum and stuff like that. Aluminum plate steel is what it's called here in the States. And he'll get that, and you can actually cut that from Home Depot. It's very thin, and it's just aluminum, but it looks like plate steel. I know he's cut that a couple times.
Yeah. I remember Charles Deering done a picture of a skull, sorry. And it looked like, I think it looked like diamond plate or mirror or something like that. And everyone thought it was metal, and it was actually like acrylic or something like that. And really? So I don't want to have a word with Charles and see what that actually was, but that looked absolutely incredible. So
I have to go back and look. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, that was. I can't actually remember what that was. I think that was for Shogun Jimmy's Skull Challenge. But again,
I think I do remember that. It's been a while since I've looked at that though.
Yeah.
But speaking of the metal blades, I was asking Jeremy about what he uses to cut the blades with, or to cut the metal with, and depending on what it is, like a brass or aluminum, he says the smaller blades with the higher TPIs. He goes, the higher the TPI, the better. So I'll have to look at that. I don't have any of them, but I know. And speaking of the Charles Deering, I do use spiral blades. It's been a while since I've used spiral blades. I do try to go back and forth between them, but I do notice that his are more attuned to a spiral blade, which is awesome because I do like them. And I have had people ask me to do a video on spiral blades versus straight blades. So that will be another video because that itself is going to be.
Yeah.
Oh,
we challenged Charles to that the one day. It was pretty good.
You what?
We challenged Charles to that one day.
Didn't Charles struggle?
Pretty good. He struggled very badly with the straight blade.
With a straight blade? Oh yeah, because it's completely different night and day. Like I've got people asking me, they're like, I need help with a spiral blade. How do you use a spiral blade? I was like, well, there's two. The first two rules. The first rule: make sure that your hands are exactly even with each other. They are tandem with each other. They have to work 100% with each other. The second rule: don't sneeze because you'll screw everything up. And I don't think people quite get it. I was like, well, if you sneeze, you go, and you're literally going to get that line. Whatever you sneeze in your hands go, that's the line you're going to get.
Get all your sneezes out before you start cutting.
And Charles messaged me. He said it was mirrored acrylic, so that's what he was cutting. That's all.
So,
what's that? I pulled these down from upstairs to show you guys.
You've clicked off yourself, mate.
Oops. Now I remove myself again. What the heck?
Right, so it's all the buttons at the bottom of the screen. There you go.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. Here's the PS Wood blades.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right, okay.
Like this. So it's number 7, number 5, number 2. This is the sample pack here, but they're the super sharps. So the number 7s have the TPI of 11.5. The 5s have a TPI of 12.5, and the 2s have a TPI of 20. And they're with the 0.29 on the number 2s, and then 0.38 on the number 5s, and then 0.45 on the number 7s. And then they're 17 inches, or 0.017 on the 7, and then 0.016 on the 5, and then 0.012 on the 2s. But these have the tooth and gullet design, so they're smooth and trouble-free cutting through even thick hardwoods. And then they don't have they cut faster, so they than the other blades, so they won't burn the wood, and they don't drift. So.
Yeah,
drifting's going to be something I'm going to have issues talking about with because
the Flying Dutchmans are the ones that used to drift for me really bad, so I don't use Flying Dutchmans anymore.
See, I've never used Flying Dutchmans. I've either used Olsen or Pegasus. And when I tell people, like when they're first starting off and people are like, you know, how do I get better at scrolling? I'm like, well, the first thing is get a better blade. It doesn't matter. I mean, I say this and I truly do mean it. And I know Jamie means it with me. It does not necessarily matter the scroll saw. It does to a degree, but you can get great results out of junk style scroll saw. But the first thing I tell them is get a better blade. And when they ask me what blades, when I tell them if they're starting off, either go with the Olsen or go with Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, if you're a beginner,
which is
if you're a beginner,
Nyquist or what's it called now?
But if you're a beginner, you don't want like really expensive high-end blades anyway, because you're just going to break them until you get used to the saw. So
yeah, that's really, what I tell them once they get better, go with the Pegasus. Yeah. But
you can start off with an Olsen, because they're cheap. Yeah, and you can buy a bunch of them real cheap and break them
and that's what I'm like. They're cheap. I was like, you want a better quality blade than the ones that you can go to Home Depot or Lowe's and just buy there because it's going to be a better quality, but you're also not spending much more money. But you also get, again, what we were talking about a little bit is you have a variety of blades that you can actually get for different hardwoods, softwoods, styles of cutting.
Yeah.
thicknesses and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I go with that's all.
Charles Daring in the house. Hello, Charles.
Hey.
He's over in the chat. How come you're not in the panel, my friend? I sent
Because
you the
he's
link.
not welcome.
I sent him the link.
He's probably too busy. He's probably too busy dealing with those awesome skulls that he's doing. I can't wait to see. I haven't even watched that video yet. And I need to.
He's got a YouTube channel.
Yeah, he doesn't tell a lot of people. I'm one of the few people he tells, but.
Okay, Charles.
Was Jeff Robertson? I cut an 8-inch aluminium Texas clock from Bearwoods about a year ago. I used the Pegasus metal blades. Pegasus metal blades is the ones that I've got.
See, I didn't know. I haven't gone through Pegasus inventory on what they have.
Pegasus have a lot of blades.
Yeah,
they've got
if you guys are ever interested in trying these out, just give them a try. You can go over to www.pswood.com and try them out. Because
do they ship to the
UK? You can ask Barbara. I'm sure she would.
All right, I'll have a word.
If not, Jamie, I can always get some and just when you come back to the States.
Yeah, I'm sure you should have to ask Barbara, but I'll find out for you, Jamie. Next time I talk to Barbara.
Nice.
You can always try it. I mean, I'm always up to, especially if I can send somebody else some other style blades that they can work with. I mean,
and while you're over at the PS Wood Machine site, you can buy some of my patterns because they're all over there for sale.
Well, there you go.
And what is that website again, Lee?
Yeah,
pswood.com.
There you go.
It's not
pswood.com.
Yeah, it's not just my patterns. They also have Garnett Hall's patterns over there, Kathy Wise patterns over there. They have tons of patterns and whatnot. They actually sell a scroll saw, but that's 21-inch, I think. So, but they're starting to not sell that scroll saw anymore. So I think at this point they still make it, but I think they're moving out of that. But they also sell bandsaw blades too. If you guys are bandsaw people, they sell Go Brainford time Timberwolf bandsaw blades.
Okay, Timberwolf. I know Timberwolf.
Yeah.
All right, Charles. Jamie and Julian both need to get their butts to Texas. Yes, sir, I do. I was actually
I will be in Texas in November.
Don't make me have to go in November. I'm okay with it.
Charles, do you want the link for the panel, my friend? If not, I've sent it to you.
Charles, I was actually just talking to a buddy of mine today. He was like, "When are you coming back home to Texas?" I was like, "Dude, hopefully soon." I was like, "I need to recharge the Texas juices in my battery." So, yeah, but I
need to get some sweet tea.
Some good sweet tea. Actually, Charles will like this. The wife. Actually, Jamie will probably like this too. Red decided to send me a text message the other day when she was in Texas. She was in El Paso. Drunk has sent me a picture of her eating Whataburger. I'm like, really? I'm waking up and you're gonna sit there and eat Whataburger? Anyways, yeah, I'm trying to get back home. I would love to come see you, man. You know that.
Yeah, see, Jeff had a good point. He said, try some of each brand. Figure out what you like for the blades, and then see what works better on your saw. Because sometimes you'll like certain brands better. Excellent point.
I've actually got some Harbor Freight specials that I'm going to try.
Whoa, where'd you get those over in your area?
I know. They're the most expensive blades ever. I had to fly all the way to the States just to get them.
I know, right? Dude, you could be sponsored by Harbor Freight just for doing that.
Yeah, Harbor Freight UK division.
Yeah, they're gonna send me the manager special through the post.
you might get 21% off.
Start selling them out of your house. But like they're person over in the UK to sell them. There you go. Yeah. Cut him a deal.
Charles is multitasking. He's watching and typing, so he can't.
Yeah, he's multitasking. He said. That makes me wonder. He's probably drinking Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, drinking Dr. Pepper and watching. He can't do everything.
Nothing wrong with that Dr. Peppers. So,
Yeah,
Jeff,
I don't remember what brands I have tried. Actually, I use Pegasus now. I think I've tried Olsen. I've tried the Flying Dutchman. I tried the Flying Dutchman right at the not quite right at the start, but almost right at the start, because honestly, it's what Charles Deering was using. That was, I'm not going to lie to you, that's what Charles Deering was using. That's kind of why I used them.
so Charles Aaron use it, you have to use it. I'm
Yeah,
okay.
basically, if I wanted to do his patterns, then I want to use the stuff that Charles is using because it was obviously working. And then I thought, I'm going to try using these ones because everyone else was shouting and hollering about them. And I ended up liking them. And then, funny enough, Charles started using them not that long after. And he actually put out a very, very good video as to why he
Here
used
comes the bear.
He's there. Did you enjoy your shower?
What?
Did you enjoy your shower?
Yeah, I always do.
Bear came out. He's back in now, so we're good. Charles goes, "You're all making me feel way too popular."
I mean, Charles, you own like a bandsaw or a CNC machine, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Charles, no. No, Charles. You guys can read that comment.
Jeff says he has coupons for 2 free Whataburgers.
Hey, I'll be on my way.
I bet I'll get there.
No. I'd like to go to Texas one day, but I don't know how far that would be travel-wise.
Where are you at?
I've heard nothing but good things.
Ohio.
Travel from Ohio to get to North Texas, you're looking at about probably just 12 hours, if that. Wait, what part of Ohio, though?
Up near Akron. Cleveland.
So it's north. 12 to 15 hours, I think.
Which is funny because that means I'm closer to you. Because I can get a plane quicker than that.
Well, that's
What?
driving. And you got to remember, I'm a person who would drive all the time. So I can make it from Baltimore to Dallas in 24 hours. And if it's me and Red, we've actually made that trip in 21 hours.
Yeah, but it's going to take them an hour to get you in your booster seat.
Oh, so you're in Baltimore? Is that where you're at?
Yeah, currently in Baltimore. But born and raised in Texas and always a Texan. So even in my booster seat, Jamie.
There's no proof of that.
There is. I can go right over there and go get my birth certificate.
I can talk like I'm from Texas too.
Don't do that, Jamie.
Charles said he sold his bandsaw to get his truck. Sold CNC because I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah. That's why he's in Team Scroll Saw.
I met Jeff 3 to 4 times. Okay. Yep. Oh, me and Charles never met. Akron,
I've met Charles.
It's 19 hours and 15 minutes. Nice. That's a long drive.
I've met Charles.
Yeah, hey, Charles, by the way, Charles just said he just sold his Pegasus scroller, and I saw that video the other day, and that's amazing that he did that. That's awesome that he was able to do that. So great on you,
He sold
Charles.
it to the other guy.
Who was it that he gave it to?
Not me.
Not me
Not
either.
me.
Somebody who actually needed it.
So now you have three what? 3 scroll saws?
Yeah, Scroll Saws. I think he's got the. He's got the Hegner. I think he's got the Hegner. What's the other one he's got?
Oh, he's got the
Excalibur?
Doesn't he have the Excalibur?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, he had an axe.
And the
Yeah,
Seiko.
he had,
Doesn't it? Don't
yeah,
it
he
have
had
a
a
Seiko?
Seiko. Yeah, I think he had a Seiko.
Tommy Meteor.
I think he had a Hegner, a Seiko, and an axe.
Excalibur, Seiko, and Hegner.
Or maybe.
Yeah, there you
maybe
go.
no. I can't remember him. I know he had a Hegner at one point.
Yeah, the Excalibur's 30 inches.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
The Hegner, like Excalibur, Seiko.
Mm. Yeah.
Excalibur's a 30 inch.
So what do you
that's-
have, Lee?
What's that?
So what kind of scroll saw do you have?
D-Wall.
I got.
Sorry, Bear. What'd you say?
I said I have a DeWalt too.
The DW788.
Yep.
All right. Jamie, I know he has a record.
A record power, yeah. 16 inch. Basically a Harbor Freight.
Not wrong with that, man. I've got a Craftsman. I've got a 2000s Craftsman, but not the newest one. 16-inch variable speed, but it's currently broken. I can't get the parts for it. And I've also was gifted a 20-inch Hulk, RBI Hulk. So that's currently what I'm using now.
Yeah.
That's a nice gift.
Oh, yeah. Yes, trust me. Jamie was there when I found out.
I had one for a while, and I actually sold it to get my D-Wall. Mine never worked right, so that's why I sold it. The guy before me had it, and he didn't know how to use a scroll saw, and he cut stuff on it that he shouldn't have been cutting on it. And case in point, he cut drywall on it, never got the thing to work the right way ever again. So
I know I've got to go in and clean up. I've having some issues with the heads. I would like to go in and buy new heads for them, but we'll see.
I think we'd all like to have a new one there, Jeff. We'd all like to have that new stuff.
Oh, I've already laid the ears down for a new Pegasus with Miter Mike and some other folks. And just keep planting that seed. But again, if I could get my Craftsman to get up and running, I would still use her because I love that Craftsman. Even though a lot of people hate her, the stuff I've done with her is proof that it doesn't matter. You can still work with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, just to show what I've done on my score, you don't need a. I'm going to say a DeWalt 788 because that's what you two can relate with. You don't need a DeWalt 788 or better to do decent stuff. You need
an Excalibur or a Seiko or a Hegner. Charles Deering. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
That's how you use the saw.
That's it. You don't need a Hegner to do a Charles Deering pattern. You need $100 saw.
And here's the proof from that. Charles Deering has all three of those saws, and he could do a pattern on every single one. They'd still look amazing because it's all about who you are and how you can scroll.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's about the blades and how to do it. And that's one thing that I know Jamie and I've talked to Jamie about relentlessly about.
And I've argued against people in this community, when I'm not going to name names yet, but if they carry on, I will. They claim that it's all about the tool and not the person, and I've argued against that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I will say that the DeWalt's a very good saw, though. I mean, there's a reason why it's most common out there in the mid range. It is a good saw.
Well, I've been part of a research team, if you like, and the DeWalt 788 is the exact same saw as the Excalibur in a different body, and I'm talking exactly the same.
So that's why it's popular, because it's cheaper, and it's Excalibur but cheaper.
If you read the design layout for the Excalibur and the D-Wall, you'd be pretty shocked to learn that they're pretty much the same saw.
They are the same saw.
I didn't know they were.
They're made in the same factory overseas.
Yeah, they are. They're exactly the same saw, just put in a different body.
Actually, so there's different variations of the DeWalt though, that people don't know. I know that Jeremy got the saw that my buddy Jeremy got. He got a DeWalt 788, but he got a Canadian DeWalt 788 from Frank Snyder.
What I have.
Yeah.
I have the Canadian one. Cook.
Yeah, so Frank Snyder, actually, whenever we were at Tony Relou's house for the Slip and Slide party this past year, that's where I finally got to meet up with Jeremy and Frank Snyder. Frank brought over his DeWalt to give to Jeremy, and I was like, dude, I have issues with DeWalt, but this is a very beautiful saw, and you need to take care of it. It's like, I really wanted to steal it overnight and go plug it up and use it before he got to use it, but I didn't. Dang it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're nice saws. Nice saws. So I've got although Charles is unable to, if he's able to actually reply, out of all of the saws that he's got, I'm curious as to what one he prefers out of all of them. Because I'm assuming he would go with Hegner, just because of the build quality, like German engineering and all that sort of stuff. But I mean, like he's saying there, the Seiko's got the biggest table, but it could also mean the other one for the 30-inch Excalibur, just for the sheer size of it. I don't know.
Seiko overall, but the blade clamping is better on a Hegner.
Yeah. So I thought Charles would have said the Excalibur, because I know Charles would like 30 inches.
Well, if you're using spiral blades, whatever size pattern you have, you can double it, or whatever size bed you have, you can double it.
Yeah.
Close to double it. Yeah, like I said, I really wanted to go out there and scroll today, but I was about to go pull out scroll saw, and I'm like, I've got this one last Pegasus blade. It's like, I don't want to break it. My issue that I'm having, like I said, I need to get new heads, and I wish I could get the Pegasus heads for them, but I can't get it for the Hulk. Is that I tend to break the tips of the blades, not in the center, but like the ends of the blades. So it makes it too short. I could redo the tensioning on it to make it go shorter, but it's too much work.
Yeah. So
Charles is funny. He goes, I may be biased, however, because I like Seiko's owner a lot, aka Ray. Yeah, Ray's a good guy.
Yeah, me and that Ray need to have a chat, I think.
Yeah, Ray's a good guy. Give him a call.
Yeah.
Hey Ray, what's up, buddy? I haven't heard from you in a long time.
Yeah. We've never spoke, but I've got a hell of a nice accent.
So yeah, Charles said Hegner parts are expensive. So I'd imagine they would be because it's a Hegner.
Yeah.
Why you don't buy a Hegner?
Yeah. I went up to the guys at Hegner at Maker Central, and turns out the people that were selling the saw don't know much about scroll sawing.
It's always a great thing.
And he says, and no, I'm not sponsored by Seiko. Yes. That's all right. They'll send you a check tomorrow for all the sales they get off the show. Checks in the mail, Charles.
Yeah.
Oh, no sponsors now. Drop Bear Woods.
At least you admitted to not being a sponsor.
Yeah, I know Jamie was trying to work with the record about building this amazing, damn near CNC style scroll saw. If I'm correct, it had a laser too, didn't it?
Voice activation.
LCD screen.
Turn now.
LCD.
Go
Let's
backwards.
see.
Voice
See
activation.
if we can make it accessible.
Good morning, Jimmy.
Accessible to people with disabilities and things like that is what I was trying to help.
No, I did like your ideas for it though.
It kind of got to a point where I was playing around and
seeing what they would bite with.
Yes. Well, it started off with me playing around, and the more I was plugging the idea to it, the more it was kind of making sense in my weird head. Now, the foot pedal is obvious to me to start off because, I mean, the Hegner comes with it, so why not have it on a smaller store? Now, when it comes to lasers, I've seen drill presses or pillar drills, depending on where you are in the world. They have lasers, right? And the lasers, they cross over. So where the crosses over, that's where the drill is going to go through the wood, right, or metal or whatever, right? So why not have it so that's where it's cutting, right? So whatever, right? Well, there's also a turning tool, a wood turning tool, right, that you can get. I think it's a hollower of some sort. I think it's made by Robert Sorby, but don't quote me on that. And it's got a camera on the end of it, like a live camera that connects to your Wi-Fi and all that sort of stuff, right? So what it is while you're hollowing, you're looking at like a little LCD screen, right? So if you can look at that whilst you're scrolling, because think of it like this, right? I'm going to sit back here for a little while. If I'm standing and I can't get access to any of the controls whilst I'm having to stand or sit to turn off that scroll saw, I'm basically standing there to turn it, like not being able to turn it off, right? But if I've got some sort of remote in my hand where I can turn it off as well, that's a bonus. But if I can't do this, and I've got to do that to see where it's cutting, and I've got poor eyesight, right? Well,
which you do.
Which I do. Now I can just stand back and look, and I can plug it into any size screen I want, and just scroll away. You know?
Good, yeah. I loved all the ideas you had. I mean, it's a modern technology thing, but I don't think we're quite yet there as scrollers.
Well,
I don't think
it would have to be literally live. There'd have to be no delay.
Yeah.
You know, it'd have to be top of the range. Like Bluetooth or whatever.
I told Charles in the chat, I was like, he said his what was it? His Seiko came with the foot pedal, but his Hegner didn't. I really want a foot pedal, and I've been wanting one more and more recently. And I don't know why. I think it's just for when I do break that blade, I could just cut off on it, or before I even do that, just literally when I come up to a cut and I want to change something, I back out. I want to be able to just turn it off instead of having to reach over, hit it, and then go do that. So,
yeah.
investors, I guarantee.
Charles
said he'd send you a flat pedal if he can find it.
Yeah, I'm reading that now.
Right, now I know, Jeff, that Record Power will be saying a hell of a lot more in the future, because I've kind of, I don't want to say I've been working with Record Power a lot, but I kind of work behind the scenes with them a little bit every now and again. I actually do scroll saw demos with them. In actual fact, I'm doing one for them next month. I know that they're selling their Record Power Coronet Herald. It's coming to the States soon. I know they do carving chisels, and I know they do the chucks. They do small stuff out in the States at the moment. But yeah, I know they're bringing out more and more stuff as time goes on. But the Coronet Herald should. I think I was told at one point it was due to be out there by the end of the year. So whether that's still going to be the deadline or not, I don't know. Because I've had a few people ask me about that.
About the record?
Yeah, about the Coronet Herald. Yeah, that's the lathe I've got. Now they say that it can do a 21-inch bowl, and I was like, right, I'm going to see if it can do a 21-inch bowl. So I basically put a 21-inch. I can't think what it was now. It was I think it was quilted sycamore or sport. It was some sort of big 21-inch sycamore blank on my lathe, and what do you call it? Just spun it, and it had no problem. And what you got to remember is that lathe is a MIDI lathe, So yeah,
there you go.
Yeah. So as Lee Lee said, Jamie's lagging bad on my end. Right. So Lee, what I've got to explain to you with this software, right, is although it seems like I'm lagging, I'm actually not when it comes over to the actual recorded.
Okay. Good.
Okay. It's just a problem with this software because it's a browser-based streaming software. All right.
It's all good. So,
good.
What do you guys have coming up on for your next, I guess, projects?
Well, aren't you nosy?
Yes, I am, because I need to keep up with you, Jamie Page.
I can actually show you.
Well, my next project.
You've got a book, Jamie.
My next project is going to be a couple of Christmas orders that I have to start. And one of them's for a baseball with the kid's name. So it's like a hanging on the wall, and it's like a base with a baseball bat and everything. And then it has his name up in the corner.
Is it like one of those sign ones that you hang up on the wall?
No, it's like home plate, and then it's got
I'm saying it's like it'll be a sign
instead of the number. Right? It's you'll see it. It's Steve Good's pattern. It's on his site. I'm just modifying it where it says 71. I'm modifying it with the name.
Yeah.
So I'm not putting a number. I'm just putting the name.
So first of all,
hang that up on the wall. So it's going to be for a project.
So first of all, I want to give a plug to Charles Deering and his Instagram, and to go and follow him at the Charles Deering.
Don't forget D, because I keep trying to put Charles Deering in, and it doesn't come up. So you got to put the Charles Deering. Well, somebody else comes up. That's not Charles Deering.
Charles Deering. Because if you type Charles Deering, that guy from the other guy with the cowboy hat comes up, and it's not him. It's his imposter.
Yeah. It's the or the.
There is another Charles Deering on Facebook. That's why. And he has a cowboy hat, and he doesn't look anything like Charles. But he has a cowboy hat.
And the same for Facebook as well. So the next picture I'm going to be doing is a Charles Deering pattern, and it's this one.
Yeah. He says Nova just came out with a 14-inch MIDI for $440 in the US. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Is that his tiger?
Nice.
Yeah. I've been looking at grabbing one of those for red. That I want to do for red, but I don't know. My next
Jamie, I'm gonna find that book.
Sorry.
Go ahead. I'm gonna find that book for you on the coins. So
Yes.
I'll send you over the
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, that would be great. I want to see if I can find some pictures that I've already done.
He said Nova has one of those. I know that's a different company, but when I think of Nova, I just think of Short Circuit, and I think of that Nova. No. Then he says, "No disassemble, no disassemble." Johnny Five alive.
Johnny number 5, no.
No disassemble.
Here's the ones that Julian never showed.
No. I kept asking for them, but somebody wouldn't show them. It is clearly in the video, sir, where I'm saying, Bobby, put them up. Let me see them. So Charles, there's only one way of showing this, and I can't block it out, so I'm going to try to block out some of this pattern. One of the pictures I want to do soon, very soon, is one that Charles did for me. I'm trying to figure out how I can block out some of this because I know he's very particular about things. Here, I'll do this. So Charles did a picture of my pup, Gunner. Oh, it's opposite. So that's Gunner. And that's the image there that he did of him.
Oh, cool.
Like, it's spot on. Dead spot on. So that's going to be one of the ones I really want to do that Charles did for me. There's also an Edgar Allan Poe that I want to do. I don't know if I sent it to Charles or not. I know I was telling him about me wanting to do one. I think I told Jamie too. I don't know who it is. Just found it on Pinterest. I might be doing this soon. God, it's so weird being
That's
backward.
cool. Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, I've got to
That's
figure out
Poe.
what I'm going to do. Yeah, it's Poe. Obviously, I live in Baltimore. I was actually doing a job site by his graveyard a couple weeks ago. So that's kind of what inspired me to do it. And it's Halloween, so.
There's my eagle.
Nice.
Just have it seen.
Very cool.
I don't know if this guy's still around, but I found this on back in the day of the MSN groups. There was a guy by the name of Grandpa Grizz or Old Grizz. I made this, and I caught this.
There's a horse of them.
That's a nice horse.
So there's a funny story about this picture. Right, so just up there on the main, right? That there should be all nice and flowing and all that sort of stuff, right? Well, as you can see, there's a great chunk taken out of it, right? So what was happening there is I was scrolling on a demo.
I remember this.
Right? And as I was doing it, right, as I was doing the piece, a woman leaned over me while I was doing it to see what I was doing, and she basically burped in my face. And I was like, "Boop," and all of a sudden the whole piece just went.
Were you using spiral blades and sneezing?
Well, no, I was using spiral blades, and she burped.
Yeah, so you did what?
You sneeze? And
I was just about to take the piece and throw it across the room at that point because it was one of the last cuts. So
that sucks.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, like I said, that goes with the whole me telling people if you're using a spiral blade, don't sneeze.
Okay. So Charles said that the guy that made this, his name was Thomas Malone, and that was Old Grizz. Okay.
Oh,
he said he
good.
passed away. Yeah. Oh, he did pass away. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Oh man, Charles said he's ruined pieces while sanding. Ouch.
Oh, I've done that. You got done and then you go to the sander and you break it. That's the worst.
That's horrible. That would be painful. Very painful.
Or you leave it up in the shop window and then a squirrel comes along and breaks it. I've had that happen. A squirrel got in my workshop one time, literally knocked all my pieces down and broke them. I was so mad.
Damn.
We're not a squirrel. Chipmunk. Chipmunk got in there and knocked them, broke it.
That's not good.
Never's not connected. Just having a bear.
Yeah, I think he's turned his camera off a minute.
All right, sorry guys, I had to go grab you guys were
Not
sharing
sure how I.
projects.
This is not 4. I don't know how. He says this is 4 foot. This isn't 4 foot.
No. He's saying about the one that he broke was a 4-foot eagle.
Dang, that's big.
Yeah, he broke it while sanding.
Sanding the bane of my existence. So
I
you
just
guys,
Go ahead.
I was going to show you guys some of the ones I've actually done. So these are the 3 of the latest ones, I guess. Guess the best way I could do it is this way. On this back of board. These are actually the ones I'm doing for the scroll saw videos. There, Jamie. Shut up, Jamie. Shut up, Jamie.
Texas.
This one I did yesterday. Wait, the Wingate one I did yesterday. That one right there.
Who's the Texas one for? Because you live in Baltimore.
Shut up. That's for me. Actually, those were actually not backwards. Actually, one's for my buddy Alex, but I did this for my wife for our anniversary recently.
Do you like my idea of the heart in the middle?
That's pretty.
Yeah, people keep asking. I was like, no, I like the idea because I wanted to make it. So it's an actual picture of my wife and I when we were back home in Texas. It was a Christmas that we took. So it's a silhouette, and the actual silhouette it wasn't this defined for the heart, but Jamie was like, you should make that more of a heart. I was like, okay, I got you. And so I worked on it, didn't like it, took it back a little bit, and this is what it came out to. Now it looks like we have very pointy chins, but I've got a Wingate backer board, maple, and then a Paduke frame on it. So
Julian Charles is asking you for a pattern.
Let me see. Why is he asking me for? I can't do patterns. That's why I go to him.
The Texas one.
Well, when Charles Darren comes to you and asks for a pattern, that's like you should be honored because that's like him asking you for a pattern.
Post it in Team Scroll Saw, Julian.
Yeah. I'll give it. I'll post it up there. I'll post in Team Scroll Saw. So if you guys aren't aware, like I said earlier, Jamie and I started a Facebook group because we wanted people like you who, you know how you go to certain Facebook groups where, you know, they frown upon people who share their like patterns and stuff like that. And they're like, you know, you can't, no self-promoting and all this other stuff. Jamie and I are like, you know, forget that. We want people to come in. Do you have a pattern? You want to give it away for free? Go ahead. You want to sell it? Go ahead. We want people in the Scroll Saw community to get together, enjoy each other. You know, there are a lot of people that are new to scrolling, don't know where to get the scroll saws. Like, I didn't know I can get your scroll saw patterns where I can get them. I didn't know you had CDs and USBs and stuff like that. I was like, so yeah, if you go to the Facebook group, is it hashtag or is it just Team Scroll Saw? It's just Team Scroll Saw.
No,
right?
it's just Team Scroll Saw.
Yeah, just look up Team Scroll Saw on Facebook.
Charles put the link in the chat page for everybody.
Oh, there we go. So
I'll join up. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah, you need to answer 3 questions, and I think it's just like, what saw do you own? Have you ever cut yourself on a scroll saw?
Yeah, it's what blades do you use? What scroll saw do you have? And have you ever cut yourself on a scroll saw?
Yeah,
and that's just mainly for the admins to sit there kind of.
And it's also kind of like, well, if you don't know what like brand blades that you use and what scroll saw you haven't got, and then it's sort of like, yeah, all right, then you ain't a scroll saw if you can't answer the first 2 questions. The third one was just like one, just so we can make up 3 questions, and 4th to have a giggle. Do you know what I mean?
Which Jamie and I are still, we've been talking about for like 2 years, I think now, about making an award for at least 2 people that we know who have cut themselves on the scroll saw.
Well, actually, I think the scribbler cut himself on a scroll saw. I think he admitted to it.
No, he didn't admit it. He said he's cut himself, but he didn't. He basically was like, well, I've cut my nail, but it's not like he cut his nail. It's like he scratched it up. Because even he did. He was like, "Look, I can do it here." I'm like, no, you didn't cut yourself. You just.
I know. Eloy cut himself the worst, so Eloy's in first place at the moment.
Yeah,
because he really.
With Eloy. Oh, okay. I didn't know this. Now I need to go over and tease him.
Eloy done it the worst, and then Cole Jacobson done it as well. But Cole cut himself bad, but it was more of a nick than a proper cut.
Jeff said, let's see you do the Texas pattern in an earring.
I could do that.
I think I can. Jeff, you don't know how small letters I can do. That's going to be tight.
Yeah, there was that. Actually, we should start doing some challenges in the group.
Well, I thought you and I talked about that, but we're waiting on it. I don't know what we're waiting for, but I know both of us are having issues. So
we're coming up to I think we're coming up to maybe. Let's go have a quick look. Well, I think we're coming up to 100 members. So when we get to 100 members, maybe we'll do like a giveaway or something like that.
Yeah, see who we can get involved.
You can even buy T-shirts over there that says it's a scroller thing you wouldn't understand.
Those are the new ones, right?
Yeah.
You can get them a lot of different colors. I still haven't ordered mine. I'm sorry.
I still got to make mine. I still got to put mine back up for sale. I have one that says click.
What's it say?
I actually, go on.
You ever see my T-shirt? It's yellow and black. It says click on the mouse button.
So I'll show you what.
Oh, you don't. Julian doesn't know that. But back in the day, Julian, there was I forget exactly who it was now. It's off the top of my head. But he would always go nuts because I had a button on my keyboard and I would always click it, and he was like, "I can't take the click." So finally, he bought me a mouse and sent it to me. So after that, anytime I clicked, he was always like, "Click, click, click, click." I can't take it. Gotcha. So actually, as a funny one, I made a T-shirt that says "click."
Yeah, you got to add my screen share into the chat, Lee.
What's that?
You got to add my screen share into the chat.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
Right, so there's a T-shirt.
Come on, work.
So the original link was
Now I still see you.
Have you got to click on the actual link?
There you go.
So
I got it now.
So the original one was I messed up the link and I priced it wrong. So I've actually gone back and put it back to cheaper now. So yeah, it's cheaper than what it was. So yeah, there you go.
You know, Red yells at me because I have too many Scroll Saw shirts.
So obviously in a massive range of colours and. So.
I'm still trying to figure out. I think the last Scroll Saw shirt I got was a purple one, I think.
So, yeah.
I think that was the Makers International Team Scroll Saw one.
Yeah. Well, we did that. We've got another one now. But that's... Yeah. Thank you.
So Lee, I heard you do Intarsia, right?
I can do Intarsia. I haven't done it in a while. I mostly design patterns.
That's one thing I want to learn. I want to get into it. I also do. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know who knows and who doesn't know. Do you know who Justin is? The Scroll Saw Scribbler?
No, and I actually never heard of him.
I can get his Instagram page up.
Okay. I need somebody to record that. Somebody saying they don't know who Justin is, just so I can send it to him on a loop.
Why is he that well known? Because I don't know him.
Yeah, in the scholar community, he's very well known.
But
Charles, do you know who he is?
Oh, Charles
see.
knows. Charles knows. Who he is.
Charles hates him.
Oh, okay. Charles hates him.
No,
he doesn't hate him.
he doesn't hate him.
Yeah, see, that's what it was. Yeah, Ron Norris and Steve French were the two that kept doing that to me. And they kept saying,
Steve
click,
French.
click, 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 click. Yeah, those two were funny.
Anyways, Justin does something that I call, it's not quite intarsia, it's not quite inlay. I call it scribbler, mainly because his Instagram name is Scroll Soul Scribbler. So it's a different type of, and again, it's not. I don't consider it intarsia. I don't consider it inlay. It's a combination.
Right. You got to add my screen share again, Lee.
He does phenomenal work.
That's inlay. Yeah, it's nice.
Yes and no. Go to.
Yeah, some of that looks like.
That's not his. There we go. Go to that one.
Technically, when you color it, it's not really intarsia, but it is intarsia.
No, that's different color wood.
That's 100% wood.
So.
He does not do anything but.
It would be more like segmentation. So.
Like he's
color it.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go with the Pennywise that I had to go against. No, again, he doesn't color. He doesn't dye, stain. All that is natural wood.
Yeah, I see it now. Yeah, that's very pretty. But I was saying, if you paint it, then it's not. Then it's like segmentation, technically.
Wait, click on that, Jamie. No, go back, Jamie.
However, I've seen intarsia pieces, gorgeous intarsia pieces that people did, and technically they painted the piece because, so they had to paint that piece.
There we go.
So it's really,
and then go back to the Joker.
You can use both techniques when still making intarsia.
I have that piece. Actually, that's my picture. There we go. That is actually my picture. So no, he's really good, but again, I still have a hard time claiming his technique because he's different. But I really want to get into intarsia. It's different, but I want to get into intarsia. I want to learn. Obviously, there's more things I do want to do too, but.
So that doesn't look shaped to me.
Again, that's why it's not intarsia. There's certain pieces that he does there are certain pieces that he does that are shaped more. Again, like the Venom that he did. But again, it's not intarsia, but it's not.
Yeah, it's
something different.
Not intarsia, not segmentation.
Yeah,
it's like a combination of intarsia, inlay, and segmentation.
Charles, I hate how good he is.
I think it's rubbish, and he deserves to be shot.
It is. It's nice work, though. I see him.
So Charles is saying segmentation.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
It's not even scroll saw work. He uses CNC.
Yeah.
But see, segmentation is if you color it. So then it's not natural. Then it's segmentation. But even in segmentation, you can use the natural colors of the wood. In segmentation, you don't really shape it. You just more like inlay it, and then you use it like that. But you said he shaped some of his stuff, so if that's the case, then it's technically intarsia, but technically not. It's like his own thing. I'm sure there's a term for it none of us can think of at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But it's yeah, if I was saying what it is, I said it was kind of like segmentation, intarsia, and inlay all together.
So I'm looking at the Joker piece. And there's some shaping to it. I mean, he rounds over a lot of the corners, obviously. But the eyes, there's more of the eyes and teeth, there's more of a shaping to it. So is the tongue and the mouth. I don't know. I just call it badass work. That's all I call it. So I just want to plug him out there because he's a buddy of mine that Jamie and I both have.
A buddy of Julian's that both Jamie and him hate.
That's very nice work.
We all hate him. Yes. So I really want to do like a poor version of this, like an MDF or plywood, and like do a rough like painting on this, and take this picture and like do this and just throw it into the fire pit, to where I'm not throwing this, but then throw the junk piece into the fire, just to make.
So he thinks you're throwing that one. Yeah.
Well, not just him, just anybody, because you know how many people want his work. So don't tell him I'm going to do that. One day I'll do that. When I get to Jamie Page's style. I don't know who he is. So.
I just stay on.
I don't know who he is. So
no one wants mine.
Can't tell.
Somebody record that, please. I need that recorded.
Oh, it's all right. It'll come up in this show. Just remember, it was about an hour and a half into the show.
All right.
I'm like you.
And on
I
that
fly
note,
under the radar. No one knows.
yeah.
You and me both.
All right.
On that note, it's getting time. It's getting near that time. I should be getting on to bed.
Yeah, I need to get up early.
Fast anyways.
So, yeah, don't forget to click the end stream, mate.
Yeah, I'll make sure I hit an end broadcast. See it up there. We'll wrap it up. All right, everyone. This has been episode 1, season 2 of Scrollers Chat. I want to thank Jimmy Page, Julian. I don't know your last name, but we'll just go with Julian.
It's okay.
Thank you, sir. Bear was on here too, so Bear had to drop off. But, thank you, Bear, for being on too, and everybody over in the chat. Charles, Jeff, thank you guys for being over in the chat tonight, and we will see you guys on the next Scrollers Chat. Good night, everybody.
See you later, everybody.
Take care, y'all.
Scroll on.